That was cool. We got that plane going by there. Pretty sweet. What's going on, guys? Needs more drums back in Stay Movingsburg for episode 2 of our little mini series here, where we are using all forms of public transport. A lot of them I have never used before, so this is going to be fun. I'm still enjoying building in this city, and as you might notice if you saw the first episode, we got part of the airport done, and that's about it. It was a pretty long build for me, I guess. I mean, just kind of trying to figure out where everything was going to sit, and then having to redo a couple of the highway part here and everything. So yeah, that took a little bit, but now I think it's looking pretty good. A couple things you may have noticed since the last episode. First of all, I built this up here, just zoned a little, kind of like a nice little island. I guess it is an island because there's no land on this, surrounded by water on all sides. But yeah, I thought this would be a cool little suburban area just leading into the city, but kind of on the outskirts, and then kind of maybe build this up a little bit more in the future. But just like a nice little town right here. Still a building, still developing, but nonetheless, I'm pretty happy with it. And I also added in this little hypermarket here, which is one of the unique buildings or landmarks, I guess is the technical term for it. But yeah, it costs like 100 grand, and I didn't really know what to do with this spot, and it actually fit pretty perfectly. I'm very happy with it. And another thing that I did was add this interchange here. I realized that there was not really a way for people to get on or off the highway, honestly, since this big T interchange. So having this interchange as well is really going to help us out, especially because what we're going to do today, you'll see why it will be useful. And this industry over here as well has another way to get on and off the highway rather than all having to go to this interchange here, which we might have to do some traffic management at some point. It looks like it's getting a little busy over here, but nonetheless, that is for another time. Today I want to build the rest of the airport, and with the airport I did actually change the runway direction. So before, the planes were coming in and landing this way. I didn't really like that. I kind of would rather prefer them to land coming into this valley like this, because I figure that, as I mentioned in the first episode, that I think it would be a little bit better of a view to have, if you're trying to land a plane, to come this way rather than trying to land it, over the city here, and maybe you might not be able to see the runway as well from over there. So that's just why I did that. And actually, I'm gonna remove these trees here real quick too, give a little better view. Cool, awesome. But yeah, so that should hopefully work a little bit better. And I built this cool little park here, just on the water. I figured people might want to come and just sit and watch the planes land, and so I didn't really want to build any houses like right up close to the runway here. These guys are a little close, but they'll live. But yeah, for this, I think that'd be kind of a cool little thing to do, to sit here and kind of watch the planes land. So I wanted to keep that area open. But yeah, I know this doesn't have power. We'll hook that up in a minute. But let's see. So today, I want to do something that I haven't done with any airports before. I actually don't even know if I've really built an airport yet in the game, even though I've had the DLC for a long time. But we are going to add a little cargo section to this. And so since we are playing in this game save, I have everything unlocked right from the start, just with limited money, but everything is unlocked, so I don't have to worry about leveling up the airport or anything. And I think it's kind of dumb how you got to get a level 3 airport just to be able to access the cargo stuff anyway. So I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, once we get this layout finished, we can actually go in and start detailing the rest of the airport up a little bit. I know we got some props and stuff that we could put down. So for now, we'll just I'm actually trying to make it functional. So what I want to do is, you got to place down this cargo airport terminal, and I'm not, so it's I don't like this overlay because I don't know what the connections are. It looks like the cargo road is the one in the middle there, and then but this connects to the road too. So I might just put this down and then use move it to figure out exactly where it's going to go. I'm a little worried even that I might not even have enough space for this here. And if that's the case, I'm going to be really sad. But I feel like every small airport, at least in this sense, like a regional airport, I feel like it needs a bit of a cargo area. So this is going to be more a live play, just disclaimer. I don't really feel like doing a time lapse. Probably not going to do a lot of time lapses today unless we do some detailing. But either way, yeah, let's go ahead and just plop this down and see what it looks like. So there's our road connection there. So then this airport cargo road, I think this is actually what the planes need to connect to, is like all of this right here. Yeah, if I take this, for example. Oh, I think it could just connect to like any of these. Okay. That's kind of cool. I guess that will work. Okay. Let me play around with this here and try to see if I can get it to fit in a better spot. And yeah, let's mess around here and see. All right, so one thing that I also want to be conscious of is I do want to put a train line through here. So I'm actually going to, before I start working on this cargo area, I'm going to put down the train station for the terminal, because I think that is something that we're going to need. So let's just, what is this one, the metro? No, we want the train. There we go. So this actually has to be connected up to the terminal itself. So this might create some issues for us for our cargo station, because I don't know if we're gonna have as much room as I'd hoped, but we're gonna make it work. So let's get this out of the way for now. We'll go ahead and extend this terminal, I guess this concourse, just a little bit, so we have room to attach the train station to the end of it, like right here, without colliding with our highway. All right, so I think that'll work for right now. And yeah, that's just a perfect spot right there, right up against the highway there. Nice little ending platform. And then obviously we have to connect this up to this train line over here, which might be a little difficult, but we'll make it happen. We'll make it work. So now let's figure out where we want to put this cargo station. And this runway, I think, is a little bit, when I switched it, you actually have to delete the whole runway. So I think it's a little bit longer than it was before. If I have to shorten it a little bit, I might, because this is a pretty long runway, I think, by runway standards. But yeah, let's see where we can put this here, if that actually makes sense. All right, yeah, so I think I've come to the consensus that the runway is a bit too long, and we're not really going to have enough room for any kind of taxiway or cargo stand for this cargo station. So I think we are going to shorten the runway just a little bit, and maybe I'll bring it out this way a bit more too, so that these planes will land a little bit closer to the highway, which I know when I go to like the Indianapolis airport, the planes actually get pretty low down to the highway, so I'm not too worried about there being a ton of clearance. I mean, this is probably just right, but maybe a little bit less wouldn't hurt. So let's just see how this will work. All right, so hopefully that will work a little bit better with these taxiways. It's kind of a shame that I can't do like a two-way. Like, I just don't like this angle, but there's actually no node here that I can connect to, so that's just going to be how it is. That's just the way it's got to be. No big deal. So let's move on here. So the next thing I want to do, it looks like I can't really fit another cargo stand here just because I won't be able to connect it with a taxiway. So I think one is fine for now. I don't imagine there's going to be tons of cargo coming in and out of the city. So we'll just kind of leave that as is. But what I do want to do is kind of detail this airport up a little bit. And, you know, it looks, I mean, you look at the scheme of the city in the grand scheme of things, this airport's, you know, it's small, but it's quite a substantial footprint. So what I want to do is, I know there are plenty of objects and props that we can use to detail up the airport that are actually part of the DLC. And I also want to build, you know, I want to set up a hotel. And, you know, I'm still a little bit unsure about what I want to do with this area. I was thinking about having it, kind of turning it into a, ooh, this guy needs some water here. Whoops. Got to extend that out. But yeah, I was thinking about turning this into kind of like another cargo port area. So I might do that and make it, you know, this whole area kind of another industrial area. So we have this big industrial area here, one down here, and I'm thinking about making another one kind of over here, just because I feel like it makes sense with the area that we're working with. Either that or making it a like a theme park or something might be kind of cool. So we'll hold that thought for now, but we'll come back to that. But for the time being, I do want to go ahead and kind of detail up this airport a little bit. So I think one thing that's important is the road connections. So obviously we got to get some road connections working here. So let's go ahead and kind of make this a little bit better, give our trucks some better access here. I think we could do that just by connecting up a simple road right here like this. I think that's a pretty sharp turn for any truck with a trailer. So I'm actually gonna make this a little bit of a rounder curve here. Yeah, that'll be a lot better to get in and out of the airport. And now one thing that I also saw that's kind of interesting that I think I might try to put down is this airport cargo train station. And this actually might work because we do have this train line that I need to bring into the airport anyway. So wondering if I can make the space work. I might actually be able to put that down. And you know what? I actually might be able to put it down over here instead, as opposed to, yeah, something kind of like this, kind of like right here, if I can, which I might actually do that and bump this road out, maybe make this some kind of overpass. Yeah, let's mess around a little bit here and see kind of what we can do. I think this might work. Now, you know what? I know it's not pretty, but it works. So we are going to stick with this for now. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, it's functional, right? the cargo train will come in right here, and then the passenger train will be able to get up over the road so we're not interrupting any traffic flow and just go right into the train station there. I'd say that's not bad. I know it's kind of like an awkward position to put this railway line, but you know what? It's going to have to work for now. So yeah, I am happy with that. And actually, no, I think I can move this just a little bit closer there. That might work a little bit better. Give us a little bit more room over here. But yeah, I'm cool with that. So let's turn this is on. No, it's not. Let's turn that on, and then I will bring some water to the cargo terminal. All right, cool. And so now that, yeah, so that's our airport for now. And I think now we can go ahead and start detailing this up. And actually, before we do that, I want to put down a hotel as well. So let's go ahead and put that down. I'm kind of thinking like right outside by the hypermarket over here. That might be a good spot for it. Just so that people are a little bit more. Actually, you know what I could do too? Actually put something right over here. That might make sense because then I can make use of the space rather than having it be super empty. So yeah, why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and put a. I might actually upgrade this road as well to be a little bit bigger of a road, just in case there's a lot of traffic. I was thinking of using that asymmetrical road to try that out. Haven't really used many of those yet. And actually, I might, now that I say that, I might delete this curve anyway, and just make this like a T intersection. There we go. Now I can go ahead and build our hotel. I go ahead and put our hotel like right here, so that'll be a nice little area, pretty close to the airport. Might be a little bit loud, but I'll put some trees around it, make it look really nice, and hopefully that'll take away some of the noise pollution as well. Oh man, I don't have enough money right now for the luxury one. Well, we're gonna have to wait for that because I don't want to put a budget hotel. We're classy over here. We want to keep it looking good. So yeah, I'm just gonna let the game run for a minute because we are pretty close to being able to afford that. So in the meantime, why don't I can actually do this? Let me see about this. Yeah, so this does have to be in the airport area, unfortunately. But I'm trying to think of what to do with this little part right here. I'm thinking about maybe just turning it into a little, putting some shops, something there, or maybe even some, what is this? The leisure commercial zone that I have over here, or the tourism. Yeah, maybe I'll put some tourism zone over there, just to kind of fill out that area a little bit. Thinking that people would want to go to the shops or something by the airport once they arrive. Just put that pathway there so people can actually access the water. And I do like how we got a hotel already coming up. So yeah, that'll fit in pretty well with this area, I think. And let's see if we can't get some power over here. That's a shame that it doesn't go across the river like I was hoping it would. So I might actually have to extend some power lines. But I'll do that after we build the hotel anyway, which we can actually afford now. And I might plunge us into debt real quick, but not to worry. We're making a hefty sum of money in the city, actually. Pretty good for what it's worth. So let's go ahead and place that down. And I'm going to move this just a little bit closer so it's not, that tree's not right up on the train line there. Well, I think that is okay for now. Putting down a little fence of trees there. And then here, I think I'll put down, so just go ahead and, every hotel needs some parking. So we'll go ahead and use one of the new parking lots. Just put that down right there like so. I think that will be just fine. And we can add a few trees here as well. And that's looking pretty nice right there. Man, I still can't seem to get power over to this side. That's a shame. I don't want to have to run power lines. Maybe I'll just put a couple of little commercial buildings right here. Just to give us some power. I think that'll work. I feel like there's tons of cargo traffic coming in here. That's pretty cool. So while the power situation kind of sorts itself out, I wanted to put down I think this is going to be a little bit more of an industrial area. So I did want to put this down. I wanted to put down another one of these I can't afford it yet, but one of these waste transfer facilities, since it does look like these airports produce a lot of garbage, I'd like to have one of those kind of close by so that it would make the transportation of all that a little bit easier. I think the next closest one is like all the way like up over here or something, so that's not being very efficient right now. Yeah, that's even a recycling center, so it's not even close. So yeah, so we'll put that down once we make a little bit more cash. But I think another thing that I want to do real quick is kind of fence off airport area. I know that it comes with this nice little network fence. So So we'll go ahead and put this to good use and actually create a cool little area here for it. Let's go ahead and go like this. Yeah, there's a ton of traffic over here in this area. We might have to work on getting some of that situated a little bit better in a later episode. But yeah, so far everything's kind of oh, I don't know what this guy's doing. All right then. Sure, I guess you could just back up. That's cool. I don't know. Whatever, man. Do your thing, I guess. So, oh, there we go. Now I turned around. Yeah, so let's see real quick here what else we can put down to make this look a little bit better and a little bit more detailed. So oh man, I could have put a plane there. That would have been kind of cool. Maybe no, that's not a good idea at all. Let's see. I think we have enough terminals for now, so we can just put down a couple of these planes. Yeah, and a hangar would definitely be cool. I want to put one of these down. See if we can fit it right there. Yeah, that's cool. I like those a lot. Really add a nice little touch. Give it that airport feel. Yeah, I kind of like the way that's looking for now. This is, it's coming together. It's really coming together. So I think off camera, I'll do a little bit, of detailing around here. Maybe make this an industrial area and decide kind of what I want to do with this part. But for now, I think that's good enough to call it an episode. We got our power hooked up. We got our cargo station hooked up. And in the next episode, it is going to be time for, let's see. I actually think that boats might be next, like a cruise ship terminal, because that's another kind of the second big thing to get into the city would be, it would be the airport and then obviously by boat. And I don't quite know exactly where I want to put any kind of cargo ship terminal yet, but I think I'm going to put it probably over here somewhere, by where the downtown's going to sit. So let me think on that for a little bit, but I will see you guys in the next episode and we will get started on that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the channel and are really liking this series, please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any other suggestions for any of the future transport options, any good ideas about maybe where they should go or which one I should do next. If you're really dying to see the monorail or the metro or anything kind of soon, I'll see what I can do. And also if you have any suggestions in general for the city about anything that we're missing, I know it's not fully done yet, so I'd love to have some input from you guys as well to help me finish this up. But in the meantime, hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will catch y'all in the next episode. See ya!